Greetings from the United States Society of Professional Journalists. I'm Dan Kubiske, the chair of the international community. This is an important conference because it not only brings together journalists from around the world, but it brings together journalists from groups of people whose lives are underreported. Part of the SPJ Code of Ethics states that we, as reporters, should give voice to the voiceless. In the U.S., there are many underreported stories in the mainstream media from a wide range of communities. To fill the gap, newspapers and radio stations are dedicated to covering the African American community, the LGBTQ community, the Native American community, and there are many other news outlets that operate in Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, and possibly a dozen other languages. These news outlets exist because the mainstream media has not dedicated more staff or time to tell the stories of these people. Unfortunately, the stories that dig into the culture, arts, and politics of ethnic and indigenous groups is limited. And this takes me to context, another key point of our code of ethics. We must make sure our stories provide the proper context so readers can listen and can understand why the story is important. We all want extensive and fair reporting about our neighborhoods and our social groups. Those newspapers and radio stations I mentioned at the beginning provide not only context for their groups, but also how the stories relate to the larger community. Having a news outlet dedicated to covering an indigenous community is important. It not only preserves the art, culture, and history of the group, but it also tells stories of the people in that group. And this is why all of us in journalism should do what we can to support indigenous media outlets. It would be nice if there was more support from mainstream media for indigenous reporting. And we have seen some successes in that area, but there needs to be more. And this is where you can help us in the Society of Professional Journalists. The international community of the SPJ sponsors online discussions among journalists around the world. And one never knows where a good idea might come from. So we like to provide as many opportunities as possible for journalists and press freedom advocates to learn from each other. I would like to include each of you in the SPJ's ongoing efforts to improve how we report the news about various groups within our societies. Please feel free to contact me at dan@kubiske.org, and Kubiske is spelled Kubiske. I can also be reached at the Society of Professional Journalists website, spj.org. Just look for the International Community page. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today, and may your discussions be fruitful and informative.